like NASCOM Social Innovation Honor 2010, e-World e-Governance Award 2011, and the good thing which we feel proud as a team of this Judge Udak in this Election Commission of India has adopted this complete system for handling its public grievance redressal system since last 2 years. The whatever complaint we receive, that is based on the Judge Udak. And other than this, another 10 departments are there of the UP government and the government of India, those who have implicated this particular system. This is a very open-ended system. Wherever any department wants to handle effectively its public grievances, this is the open platform. Whoever needs any assistance from the Judge Udak, we are ready to. These are the list of 3 departments where this has been replicated successfully. This is the NASCOM Social Innovation Honor. This is the CSI Indian e-Governance Award 2009 and 10. ANQ Congress, Delhi 2010. Coming to CSI, e-World e-Governance Award 2011. Next. In Jhansi, this particular system is running since last almost 4 years, and more than 70 VVIPs, Principal Secretaries of Government of UP, Secretaries Government of India, many of the dignitaries, including the Governor and the Chairman Board of Revenue, the Chief Secretary, and they have visited and they have appreciated this particular system. And with their effort, with their guidance, and with their direction, we have made a tremendous stride in the last 3-4 years. So these are some of the comments given by the visitors and the dignitaries. This is the Chief Secretary. You can say the brain behind this particular system, because he innovated Lokmani, and we have incorporated many of the important features of Lokmani here. Okay, our ultimate objective to strengthen the concept of good governance by restoring public faith and reliability in the administrative setup through effective use of commonly available ICT tools. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. You captured the entire thing in 2 important concepts. One was to reduce the transaction time, the time taken for a citizen to avail a service. So to minimize the transactional cost, we call it transactional cost. How do we use IT as an enabler to reduce the transactional cost? And we also use IT to provide complete solution and follow also. So it was good, sir. Thank you so much. Now I call Dr. Roshan Jacob to make a presentation.
Loaded properly. So you will run it. Good morning to you all. Sorry for that hitch-up. Those of us who are working with government or working in government, I think we all agree that there is no doubt of good programs or very solid, sensible vision documents. But the challenge is always to get those programs across to the last man, the last mile connectivity. And how to reach those facilities and services across to the primarily rural, backward populations of our state. So So I'm just briefly introducing to, we have mentioned the National E-Governance Plan for that reason. I'll quickly mention two pocket initiatives of ours in the district of Godda, two ICT applications that we are running there. Next please. One is called Petname Kisan, a Krishak Information System and Network, and the other is Easy Gas, an online LPG monitoring system. Now Kisan is a broad spectrum software. We are trying to make it one package which will deliver to farmers almost all the major services that are offered by the Agriculture Department. And gas one of course needs no explanation. It is an online LPG booking system. I shall go into details later. Please next. Now, one has to, before I go into Kisan in brief, I have to explain what are the flaws in the current system. Explain because most of you so very quickly apply for to water business with the state or with the district specific allocation the current whatever season. Annual user fee. He has earned a commitment to supply and he has become a consumer. Or foolproofing the supply chain. Again, like I said, we don't have ground level data, but this creates a master database, an agricultural directory for the district, and the other advantages you can read on the slide. Next one. Easy gas, I'll just take 2 minutes. I've already been given 5 minutes in total, so this is an online LPG booking system. Now the need for the online system, what is the need? Many of you might be thinking there is already an SMS system, IVRS thing. Oil companies have launched their own transparency portal. But despite all of this, I still feel that there is a lot of opacity associated with the booking LPG system. No district administration even now has an idea of what is the net LPG inflow into a district. Lucknow district magistrate also will not know, Gonda collector also does not know. What is the net LPG inflow into a district and what is its delivery chain? We are not aware. So since we are not aware, naturally there is no question of reviewing patency or monitoring any of the gas agencies. So that is why our attempt is to make the system a little more transparent and give a role for the district administration to monitor what is the tendency in the distribution of gas. So currently, despite all the transparencies, there is still major diversion of LPG of domestic into commercial use, and in rural supply of LPG, towns and middlemen still play a very major role. Now, what does the LPG consumer have to do? He has to go to his money, simply pay up the user fee of ₹10, get his booking receipt and sit at home. At an outer limit of 7 days, he will be given his LPG cylinder and strict home delivery. Over-the-counter booking and delivery are stopped. Now, what does the gas agency has to do or the oil company? Before we start the system, the consumer database of all the oil companies are first verified and uploaded online. After that, the concerned gas agency has to open their login to the GoMoney panel every day and check what are the bookings. And as soon as their stock comes, the stock is automatically allotted by the software on a first in first served basis. So any person who has booked strictly without any application of discretion or will, he gets his cylinder subject to availability of LPG. So because it is an automated system completely, the system can generate any kind of report. You can get agency-wise report, you can get date-wise reports, company-wise reports as you wish. So this system gives the we are going to skip all these pages. Many kind of reports can be viewed. Now the advantage is that first of all, those long queues vanish completely. And if I give the figures for Gonda, despite in all the oil companies, whatever initiative they have taken in Lucknow, they started all of it in Gonda also immediately just to compete with the easy gas mechanism. But despite that, we have 2.5 lakh bookings online in Kisan. And easy gas, and easy gas is the most preferred mode of booking by the district population. And again, 10% home delivery, curb on third-party procurement and boarding, and I think means you can read it, how it bridges the gap and all that. Go to the last slide. So, both these programs this is my last slide, both these programs together, what are the advantages that they, of course, they bring a lot of accessibility, transparency, make the interface user-friendly. Like I said, they empower person, a farmer or an LPG user into a consumer and not just a beneficiary. He earns a certain set of entitlement rights. Thirdly, because everybody in the system is given information, like how much fertilizer come and where it went, how much LPG has come and where it is going. Because it puts information into the system, it has created accountability also. Again, it is no longer a top-to-bottom approach, it is a bottom-up thing because the farmer is giving the data on his own. It is a self-declaration mode. So, we are doing away with the age-old trickle-down approach and adopting a bottom-up approach in data-based generation. Again, consumer acceptance. The Lokvani, like Rashekar also mentioned now, Lokvani, which was initially piloted by Ahmed Sir. Every rural person, he sees the next door Lokvani as a very friendly and humane phase of government. For him, he is one single stop solution. Whether he wants certificates, whether he wants to inquire about any government program or grievance issue, he goes to the Lokvani. So that friendly phase of government, we are tapping into that and bringing government to the doorstep of the farmers. And then last of all, but again importantly, it is also incentivizing the CSCs. Because gas booking is a very lucrative thing because the person, once you book, you want a cylinder very periodically. So it has made the CSEs a commercially viable enterprise and it has helped to harness the entrepreneurial energy of our village level youth employment. And then again, answerability in the system because of all, like you can know the tendency for fertilizer, society-wise, date-wise, fertilizer-wise, any which way you want. So the district administration can review tendencies and make the system answerable. And I cannot quote a list of awards like Raj did because ours is a new initiative only from this year. We have just received the India award for Easy Gas and the concept note earned the award in the National E-Governance Seminar held in Jaipur. But more importantly, 6-7 district, for me the most important thing is
the Dr. Sharma, CEO, Startup.
Good afternoon, distinguished guests and friends. I would like to thank the organizers for this opportunity. It's my first time in Lucknow and it's fully feeling great. Before proliferation of technology and ICT initiatives in governments, governments were unable to reach out to citizens and extend services that elevate large sections of the society. Today we all know the tremendous impact technology and various ICT initiatives have created. It has enabled governments to better and more effectively serve their citizens. It has enabled transformation of public service delivery from traditional to more engaged, improved systems, and we have seen some of the examples just now. It has increased the levels of efficiency and reach in public service delivery. We are now at a stage of disruptive forces coming into play, and that's what will drive us to future of e-governance. Some of the sectors where IT technology has created huge impact are education, healthcare, banking, and public service delivery. We at TechMinds are privileged to have participated in such initiatives like Inspire program of Department of Science and Technology, Grants and Aid Scheme Automation at DSIR. HRM is implemented across 37 labs of CSIR, where 17,000 employees are using the online HRMS portal. It was a delight to see the impact and change the ICT interventions have brought into e-governance throughout the sessions yesterday and of course the sessions today. Governments are already embracing technologies such as mobile, big data and analytics, social media and social networks, and cloud. We are achieving increased mobile penetration with smartphones, tablets, and of course various mobile applications. Big data and analytics is providing better tools to obtain actionable insights for smarter decisions. In sessions yesterday we had heard that for decision making, actionable insight is critical. Greater connectivity through social network and social media for better reach to citizens and more social data to gather information. More sustainable, cost-effective and efficient computing technology through cloud. Each one of this is enabling deep-rooted impact and are game changers in many areas. I'll try to keep it as short as possible. But all these technologies are and will take e-governance to the next level of futuristic public service models. Let's take an example of the impact of laptops in India. And it's in US, graph of social database analysis and that of CDC on the ground were similar. The only difference was the social data map came to. By embracing the convergence, the nexus of forces, governments can deliver solutions to citizens that are more connected, informed, accessible, and sustainable.
He was very strict. Today we've been listening to CSCs, we heard about e-gas, Kisan, so many initiatives. What is the most common factor, denominator, which effectively differentiates the enablement of these technologies? Coming from an era when I started my career, Sachin Tendulkar and I started the same year. But more importantly, the data communication was limited to telex, the voice communication was limited to a rotary dial telephone. Today we are looking at smartphones and applications which are able to provide answers much earlier than even a laptop, because by the time you connect to a laptop, you already have an answer on the smartphone. Just today, we also read in the newspaper about the NOFM, how should I say, initiative which is providing 250,000 Gram Panchayat connectivity. So the government has yesterday apparently released this news that 3 internet connections on Wi-Fi would be provided within the next 12 to 15 months. To enable all of these technologies, we come to last mile. Till the fiber is actually brought to each home, how do we enable the technology? Can we go to the next few slides, please? So I picked out the 4 key initiatives where most of the planned budgets are being implemented, be it on the anti-terrorist, which is rapid response, disaster management, security surveillance, CSCs or NEGP programs. All of them have one common factor, which is requirement of bandwidth, hence requirement of last mile. So I have tried to keep the next 2.5 minutes on this. All of these need IP networks. All of these IP networks effectively need point-to-point, point-to-multipoint, various modes of communication. Just keep on moving forward. What are the challenges that we see? High capacity requirements are there. Low capacity requirements are there. High density areas are there, and then long distances. So when we look at urban and when we look at rural, the challenges are different and the requirements are the same, meaning the same product should be able to deliver capacity high or low in a multi-user environment or an aggregation environment. So what we did is we looked at what was available as a last mile. Wi-Fi. Now Wi-Fi had many advantages, but also had many disadvantages. The advantages were simple, that you could connect to it very easily and very very low cost. Its disadvantages was that it had limitations on, how should I say, stability, because it was meant more for downloading, and IP, as is generally known, is the best effort basis. So we developed certain, we deployed certain technologies to make it a little more robust radio. These were the needs of the hour, as we said, these were the challenges that the deployment should be easy, it should be quick, you should not need highly skilled people to be able to do that. The capex and opex should also be minimal. So looking at that, what we looked at, we evaluated and identified 5.8 gigahertz or below because of the characteristics that it has, meaning in case it is being used in over water or in coastal regions or at the hills. Those environmental factors do not affect this frequency typically. And also when you deploy it, your capex and opex are always under control because you do not have to invest in large towers. As you can see, the smaller one on the right hand side of mine, or on the left hand side for everybody, is the one in 5.8, whereas the larger are the traditional microwave radios and antennas. Deployment of various modulations which provide stability even in the near line of sight or long line of sight by using multi-path. Patented forward direction, error correction, automatic relay request, meaning you keep on sending the data. So even if there's an IP packet loss, you send 200% data instead of 100% data. So the IP packet loss is not a concern. Diversity and MIMO are other technologies which provide advantages by using multiple radios, vertical, horizontal polarization, etc. Automatic channel selection. Now this is very important for us when we are looking at huge deployment in the urban areas or even in rural now, where unlicensed band has suddenly seen a huge spur. So automatic channel selection allows the radio automatically to be able to choose the channel which has the least interference. Now we look at it, even smart antennas are being deployed, so which are able to, without any manual intervention, are able to take advantage of diffraction and refraction in case of such. Jitter buffer can be redefined again to mitigate interference. So effectively a lot of effort has gone into unlicensed band. We put 4.9 on the security band. So same radio is able to provide connectivity with all these bands. We've also developed certain protocols to ensure that the support of high throughput is also available on high mobility, meaning not only does a patrol car within the city, but also in case the train is moving at 120 kilometers an hour, we are able to support both surveillance on this moving train as well as provide Wi-Fi. This is already under testing with the Indian Railways right now. With this, I would like to thank you, and that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Arun. It was wonderful. You were talking about how to create an IT environment for IT to be an enabler. Thank you. Now I call Dr. Kumar Shukla from IIT. Please stick to 5 minutes.
You have to run through my slides very, very fast. First of all, I would like to give, I'm very thankful that we have been given the opportunity to present ourselves in this big forum. My presentation will be focused on 3 aspects. Very brief, what it was. वयम ने उत्तर प्रदेश के लिए क्या योगदान दिया और वयम आगे भी उत्तर प्रदेश के भविष्य के लिए क्या नई सोच लाना चाहती है, ये हमारा आज का फोकस रहेगा। वयम मतलब हम सब मिलकर प्रदेश का विकास में योगदान दें, यही हमारा एजेंडा है। और हम एक टोटल सॉल्यूशन प्रोवाइडर आईटी कंपनी है जो कंसल्टेंसी से लेके कंप्लीट सॉफ्टवेयर के कई सारे हमारे पास प्लेटफॉर्म है जिसमें हम सर्विसेज देते हैं। सिस्टम इंटीग्रेटर्स है, हम ई-गवर्नेंस सर्विसेज देश भर में चला रहे हैं, कई सारे मिशन मोड प्रोजेक्ट्स के पार्ट हैं। हम इंटेलिजेंट ट्रांसपोर्ट सिस्टम के पार्ट है, जीआईएस सर्विसेज प्रोवाइड करते हैं और काफ़ी सारा हमारे पास डोमेन नॉलेज है फ्रॉम डिफरेंट डोमेन्स ऑफ टेलीकॉम, इंजीनियरिंग एज वेल एज फ्रॉम सोशल गवर्नेंस सेक्टर। यही हमारे पास में ब्रीफ प्रोफाइल था। प्रेजेंस हमारी जम्मू कश्मीर से लेकर अंडमान निकोबार तक सभी जगह पर है। यूपी में हमारा अपना ऑफिस है, हमारा डेवलपमेंट सेंटर भी यूपी में नोएडा में सिचुएटेड है, और दिल्ली में हेडक्वार्टर, इंटरनेशनल भी हमारी स्प्रेड है यूरोपियन और अमेरिकन कंट्रीज में। उत्तर प्रदेश के विकास में बयान का योगदान, सबसे पहले तो हम उत्तर प्रदेश के जनसेवा प्रोजेक्ट के हम कर रहे हैं, और why we have chosen CSC particular because हम कोई भी इनिशिएटिव ले सरकार का, इट इज अ फेल अगर हम आम जनता तक नहीं पहुंच पाए। हम उन्हें जन सेवा के थ्रू दे रहे हैं एक बिलोंगिंगनेस, ये मेरी सेवाएं है, एक आत्मसम्मान कि मैं किसी के पीछे ना जाऊं, मेरी अपनी सेवाएं है, एंड सिटीजन ऑफ इंडिया इज द राइट टू अवेल दोस फैसिलिटीज व्हिच गवर्नमेंट इज प्रमोटिंग। हमारा एम है लोगों को एम्पावर करना, कि हम उन्हें बताएं कि ये सुविधाएं हैं, इससे आप इस तरह से आगे चल सकते हैं और आगे आप विकास के पथ पे आप सबका योगदान हो सकता है। ICT के बारे में हमें पूर्व वक्ताओं ने अधिकतर सब कुछ कवर कर दिया है जनसेवाओं के बारे में, इसलिए मैं जल्दी से स्लाइड की बात करने के लिए बोलूँगी कि हम रूरल अर्बन ब्रिज, एक डिजिटल डिवाइड को खत्म करने की बात कर रहे हैं थ्रू जनसेवा। ये ऑब्वियसली पब्लिक पार्टनरशिप मॉडल पे है सरकार थ्रू फास्ट। इसमें हम अपनी सेवाओं को इम्प्रूव करें, बहुत सारे कागज और सुविधाओं के साथ हम चल रहे थे, आज हम सब कुछ ई-गवर्नेंस के थ्रू कर रहे हैं, लोग एक्सेस कर रहे हैं उन सेवाओं को, और एक क्लीन इंडिया में ट्रांसपेरेंट एनवायरनमेंट में हम काम कर रहे हैं। नेक्स्ट, we are providing these services in 30 districts of 3 zones of Uttar Pradesh. The services brought by LIC through LIC, we are thankful to LIC for giving us this opportunity. इसके साथ हम कई सारे B2B services भी दे रहे हैं, जिसमें हम फाइनेंशियल, LIC, फॉरेक्स, ताकि लोगों को अपनी सारी सेवाओं के लिए जो भी वो सोच सकते हैं, चाहे वो LIC करना चाहे, चाहे वो जिंदगी के एंटरटेनमेंट करना चाहे, मेडिकल सर्विसेज, टेलीमेडिसिन में हम उसके थ्रू आना चाहते हैं, ताकि हर सुविधा को हम लोगों तक ले जा सके। इसलिए हम इस जनसेवा के प्रोजेक्ट में हैं, और आगे भी हम इनमें सेवाओं को बढ़ाना चाहते हैं, जो एक विजन में बताऊँ। नेक्स्ट प्लीज, ये हमारी प्रपोज सर्विसेज है जो हम और उसके थ्रू प्रोवाइड करना चाहते हैं। नेक्स्ट, लोगों को ताकि कियोस्क बैंकिंग मिल सके, ताकि उनके पास माइक्रो फैसिलिटीज, लोन्स अवेलेबल हो सके, ये हमारा विजन है, दृष्टिकोण है जनसेवाओं के प्रति। कंसल्टेंसी की मैडम ने सारा कवर कर दिया है, फिर भी हम ये बताना चाहते हैं कि ताकि इन जनसेवाओं के थ्रू हम लोगों तक पहुंच सके, किसानों को हम सारी प्री हार्वेस्ट से लेकर पोस्ट हार्वेस्ट तक हर तरह की कंसल्टेंसी प्रोवाइड की जा सके, ये हमारा सपना है जनसेवाओं के थ्रू। नेक्स्ट प्लीज, web-based application system for Uttar Pradesh Power Corporation Limited to correspond between their different zonal offices, and through UP Power Corporation Limited we have developed a small geospatial application for development authorities, जिसमें हम ये कर रहे हैं कि उनको हर लेयर की इंफॉर्मेशन को एक के ऊपर एक रखते दे रहे हैं, सो दैट उनके डे टू डे वर्क में वो आ सके और काम कर सके। ICT इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी उनके डे टू डे वर्क में, इसमें हमने DGPS से सैटेलाइट इमेजेस को जियो रेफरेंस किया है। हर बिल्डिंग का ग्रेटर नोएडा, एवरी बिल्डिंग हैज बीन मैप्ड ओवर दैट। द एंटायर planning layouts has been mapped over that. All the individual plot level information, household level information has been captured in that. Entire utility segments including electricity, drainage, water supply, everything has been captured, and the cadastral map has been superlaid over that. So that today whatever is the development beneath that developed sector, you can see that, and the master plan has also been superimposed, so that whatever land has been acquired, whatever is planned and what is going to be provided to people is clear to the development authority, and with little modification it can be applied to any of the development authority. This is the level of details in that. Similarly, we have developed projects for Yamuna Expressway Industrial Development Authority, जहां हम उनके 44,000 हेक्टेयर एरिया को पूरा मैप किए हैं. ईच एंड एवरी लैंड पार्सल की हर क्वार्टर में होने वाली चेंज को कैप्चर करते हैं, सो दैट द लैंड एक्विजिशन एंड कंपनसेशन सिस्टम बिकम ट्रांसपेरेंट एंड बेनिफिशियल टू द इंडस्ट्रियल डेवलपमेंट अथॉरिटी. This is how we are showing the change. We are giving them reports on every quarter. We are capturing the changes directly from high resolution satellite imagery. And this can be done to any of the new expressways which are being constructed. It brings much of transparency in the system. It gives them a legal backbone that yes, the systems can be put over to the court with the take stamp over the high resolution imageries. अब मैं लास्ट पार्ट में आ रही हूँ कि हमारा विजन क्या है उत्तर प्रदेश की तरफ. जिस तरह से हम ये सोचे कि हमारे लोगों को क्या चाहिए, उन्हें जानकारी चाहिए और सुविधाओं को अवेल करने का एक माध्यम चाहिए. उनकी आवश्यकता अपने अपने फीलिंग है कि मेरे खेत के कागज कहाँ है, इतना उनका प्लानिंग हो गया. अगर हम उसको सक्सेसफुल कर देते हैं तो हम उनके लिए इन सेवाओं को उन तक पहुंचाते हैं. उनके पास संभावना है, हमें संभावनाओं को शक्ति देता है. यही हमारा इसका मोटो है, विजन है. इसी के लिए हमारे पास डिफरेंट टाइप के प्लेटफॉर्म्स हैं जो कि हम म्युनिसिपल गवर्नमेंट डेवलपमेंट अथॉरिटीज को प्रोवाइड कर सकते हैं, इंप्रूवमेंट ट्रस्ट को प्रोवाइड कर सकते हैं, फास्ट फीस. उसके साथ मॉनिटरिंग की सेवा, ये कोई नई बात नहीं है, ये एनआईसी अभी भी कर रही है उत्तर प्रदेश के लिए, और हम उसके ऊपर मॉनिटरिंग की सेवाएं दे सकते हैं कि हम सिर्फ सेवाएं देने से नहीं चलेगा, उसको मॉनिटर भी करना पड़ेगा कि कहां कहां क्या क्या सेवाएं अवेलेबल है, कितना हम उसको रिएक्ट कर रहे हैं और किस तरह से हम लोगों को सेवा दे रहे हैं. साथ में हम गवर्नेंस की बात करते हैं. हमारे पास एप्लीकेशन है, मोबाइल बेस्ड एप्लीकेशन, जिनके थ्रू हम जनता को ये भी सेवा दे सकते हैं कि वो अपने म्युनिसिपल सेवाओं को मोबाइल गवर्नेंस के थ्रू जल्दी से जल्दी अवेल कर सके, मोर इफेक्टिवली अवेल कर सके और देख सके कि मैंने जो सेवाओं के लिए कंप्लेंट दर्ज किया है, आर दे गोइंग इन अ प्रॉपर वे, आर इट बीइंग लिसन्ड इन अ प्रॉपर वे. नेक्स्ट. सिमिलरली हम इन्हीं तरह की सेवाओं को अगर हम ई पंचायत और ई डिस्ट्रिक्ट की सेवाओं को भी जन सेवाओं के थ्रू ले आए तो इट विल बी अ ग्रेट एडवांटेज, क्योंकि जितनी ज्यादा सेवाएं हम जन सेवाओं के थ्रू देंगे उनकी पॉपुलरिटी उतनी बढ़ेगी. लोगों को कम से कम इधर से उधर जाना पड़ेगा और उनके डोर पे फैसिलिटीज अवेल होगी. हम चूंकि वी आर सिस्टम इंटीग्रेटर्स, वी कैन प्रोवाइड the kiosks which are solar based so that the problem of electricity also cannot hamper our services to the public. Next, please be fast. So we are interacting with different governments different government departments in the state of Uttar Pradesh, and we have come to know that their requirements are everybody is trying to avail this type of services. So we have tried to capture a bit of what we understand how ICT services can be provided in agriculture domain, especially in horticulture domain. And we run through the slides, don't wait for them. These are e-district services. We have also provided for Bihar e-district, we have gone for 6 districts for the module. ये है हेल्थ फैसिलिटीज. जब हम जियो स्पेशली हमने हेल्थ सेवाओं के लिए सब कुछ कर दिया, पर हमें ये तो बताओ कि वेयर आर द हेल्थ फैसिलिटीज लोकेटेड. That's too fast. When you look into how this are spatially distributed, मेरी हेल्थ सेवा कहाँ है और कहाँ नहीं है in compared to the population density. That will make a sense कि to give power to the decision making authority कि हाँ प्रोवाइड कर सकते हैं, जो हमने NRHM के लिए नेशनल लेवल में मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ हेल्थ के लिए हमने इस तरह के सॉफ्टवेयर बनाए हैं एंड विच इज ऑलरेडी इन एप्लीकेशन। ये दिखा है कि किस तरह से एक्सेसिबिलिटी और हॉस्पिटल्स कहाँ अवेलेबल है नहीं है, इस एक्सेसिबिलिटी वाली डिफरेंट टाइप की रिपोर्ट्स को आप उसके साथ इंटीग्रेट कर सकते हैं सो दैट इट गिव्स अ डिसीजन मेकिंग पावर कि यस यू कैन डू अ लॉट ऑफ चेंज। ये हॉर्टिकल्चर डिपार्टमेंट्स के लिए, क्योंकि यूपी इज वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट हॉर्टिकल्चर प्रोडक्शन स्टेट्स, उसके लिए 3 तरह की सेवाएं कि हॉर्टिकल्चर कहाँ पे है, उसकी मार्केटिंग किस तरह से की जाए अकॉर्डिंग टू क्रॉपिंग सीजन, और हम उसके पब्लिक की ग्रीवेंसेस को किस तरह से सॉल्व कर सके। These are the only 3 services which we can provide through our technologies. This is all I want to tell about. Thank you very much. These are few I want to cover.
Thank you so much. It's been a long session. I think we are already running through this. I want the rest of the speakers to stick to the time and make it sweet and short. Thank you so much. I call now for Jay from Vedu.
Thank you to our distinguished panelists, distinguished guests, and the entire audience, and ladies and gentlemen, for giving us an opportunity. With paucity of time, I'll definitely try to keep it short and sweet. Right? So, the distinguished speakers have already shared the e-governance and a lot of initiative by government of UP, and Naveen shared the paperless office, and the man who said also shared that in Gondar district how this initiative has been implemented, like Kisan, e-gas, and even Sir also shared with us that the company about login process, resolution process. So I'll not go much into IT services and other things, but I'll just share that how RICO has partnered with government of UP in initiating those initiatives how RICO has partnered, and not only in the state government of UP but in other state governments also across India. So to start with, I'll just see this 360 degree. How is 360 degree? Because RICO is a one-stop solution, like we are into making services, IT services, and communications. Next slide, please. And RICO worldwide, like we are having 110,000 employees. It's founded in 1936, and net sales is $23 billion. This is a global presence, and RICO is #1 in most of the countries in US, Latin America, Europe, and Asia Pacific. It's holding #1 share. What is 360 degree? Because RICO is a one-stop solution provider, and we are present in all the states, in remotest of remote, starting from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, and we have such locations in small districts across the country. Please. And we are the manufacturer of products, services, solutions under one umbrella, that is imaging IT services and communication. I already shared with you that the 360 approach. Naveen mentioned that paperless office. We have participated in a project with World Bank which took place last year in Japan, and it was totally a paperless conference, which due to paucity of time I won't be able to share now. But the business processes, business application, infrastructure. Now, one of the products I request the distinguished guest, because we have a stall outside to take out some time from the business schedule, and if you can visit our stall, we can showcase all our products and services, please. And what is the RICO infrastructure and service portfolio which RICO is providing from data center to cloud services, and we have 2 primary data center in Kolkata and one secondary data center in Delhi. And Rico Docs has its own software development platform. We have developed our own software. We call it Rico Docs. And which I already shared that what are the services Rico Cloud and software services we are providing, and how we are partnering the government initiatives also in not only in the state of UP but in various state governments and most of the state governments. And on key alliances we are the partner with HP, Microsoft and all big names. Some success story I will share with you the government of UP IT infrastructure solutions to various departments in the state government. We have also in government of Assam that UIT project we have partnered in 6 or 7 states, 7 states to be precise. We have partnered with the government, state governments, then part of the various PSCs. There are a lot of achievements of RICO that the strategic worldwide relationship with IBM. And we are about people that we in RICO India we have a qualified professionals of 1,000 qualified professionals we have, and there are a lot of CSR activities also. We are into now CSR activities. In the morning also we have come across how what kind of initiative has been taken to support the state government in promoting education in rural areas. Thank you. This is the 360 degree experience in RICO. That's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jan. Now I call Devanshu from Center. Keep it short and sweet.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks to Mr. Naveen and other panelists for giving me opportunity now to speak on. I represent Samsung Research Institute India, and I got the position of a director there. And I'm very happy to be here because I belong to Lucknow, and I got the opportunity to be present here in this occasion. As far as Samsung is concerned, I don't think it needs any introduction or any details. Many of you or everyone is familiar with the type of products and technology that we are providing and you are using and you are used to it. I would like to directly jump on to the problems that are talked upon here and how the problems and solutions should be taken on, and what Samsung is doing about all that in IT infrastructure, in case of education, in case of other verticals, in government, healthcare and all. So you might have heard about the products or you might have seen the products like mobile phone, TV, video walls, your information displays and many other products from Samsung. But when it comes to the solutions and platforms, it's not only the infotainment that Samsung is working on. What we majorly focus on now for the 2020, if you see our vision from Samsung CEO and the President, it's inspire the world and create the future. The most difficult thing in this world is to change people, the habits, the style and the way they work. In the earlier session we had, like in education, teachers they resist change. It's not teachers only, everyone. We are habitual of doing things in a certain way. So bringing a change, we need some innovations in that direction. So what are those innovations and what are the things that we have in our portfolio and we are providing to the society? If you see what we are working on, we are collaborating with the R&D centers, R&D institutions in India and all across the world, putting MIT to IIT, all R&D institutions on the same desk and trying to bring in the innovations and contents and quality in education and all other life aspects to the society. So next, I will skip it. So this is the product portfolio that we already have. So in solutions portfolio, I will now hit the problems and what are the solutions here. So you have seen like bringing the change is very, very difficult in everyone's life. Now we have our style of teaching in a way. We have a style of working in our offices in a particular way. We are used to the files. Maximum use of computerization is like we use Word, Excel and all those electronic documents to create contents. How to reach further and how to make it so smooth. So in that combination what we are doing is we are using artificial intelligence in which what you are thinking, how you speak, how you behave, everything should be converted and it should basically give you the solution in your own place. Like translation from voice to text. Not only that, from text to your design. Like you want to make a book or presentation or your manual in your office. How much time it takes to prepare the content and make the prints and distribution? Lot of efforts. We have provided the solutions where we provide the open platforms along with our products. Using those platforms, we are not binding you to use our technology or solution in a particular way. Rather, you can do designs in your own way. What you need to put in is only the data. The rest of all, we are providing you in the form of templates. You use drag, drop, create and put across. Same way we are having education. So education difficulty is like traditional way we are trying to teach the subject in a way where we are teaching in a class and we are considering that everyone is having the same level. But here we differentiate with our solutions like Magic IWB and all other solutions where we are gauging the student with the observational pattern how in a particular topic the teacher is teaching and how much the student is grasping. With that data analytics and capturing with the convergence of our solutions and product, we provide the backend analysis with which you can even know in which particular subject, which particular topic the student is weak or excellent. So that way learning can be generated. So we have a portfolio of solution in IT, ITES, education, healthcare, hospitality and BSFI. So we have some demonstrations outside. You can look to that and you can refer to the website as well in that direction. Thanks.
Thank you, Marshall. We saw a session on ITS game changer in government and how the solution providers could make solutions to make G2C and G2B services. Even saw the medium to serve G2C and G2B services. Thank you so much. I end the panel discussion with this. Thank you.
I thank the session chair, Mr. J.S. Naveen Kumar, and all the other esteemed panelists. Now I will request Mr. Naveen Kumar to present the mementos to all the panelists. First to Dr. Roshan Jacob, District Magistrate, Honda, Uttar Pradesh. Mr. Raj Shekhar, District Magistrate, Allahabad, Uttar Pradesh. Ma'am Prachi Sharma, President and CEO, Sankin Tech Minds India Private Limited. Mr. Aman Roy Chaudhary, Managing Director, Revenue. Ma'am Ruma Shukla, Associate VP, Oil Technologies. Mr. Jayant Kar, Regional Head, RICO. Mr. Himanshu Srivastava, Director, Lucknow Wire, from Samsung Research India. And now I will request Dr. Roshan Jacob to present the memento to our session chair, Mr. Naveen Kumar. I would request all the panelists to Mr. Naveen Kumar once. So please have a group photo with all this. Step 2. With this, we are starting with the next session, IT for better healthcare. I would request all the panelists to be here. First, I will start with Mr. Anil Swarup, Regional Secretary, Cabinet Secretary, Government of India. Mr. Swarup is quite popular for his game-changing efforts in RSBY and now he is Additional Secretary in Cabinet Secretary. I would request sir to chair the session. Then I welcome Mr. Pradesh Kumar, Principal Secretary, Medical Health and Family Welfare, Government of Uttar Pradesh. I also welcome Dr. Harshavan Das, Principal Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, Government of Uttar Pradesh. I would welcome Mr. Mayur Maheshwari, Special Secretary, Irrigation Department, Government of Uttar Pradesh. Mr. Atulya Chandra, Regional Director, South Asia, Honeywell. Mr. Sanjay Mukherjee, last but not least, Director of Public Services, SAP. I think we don't have Mr. Atulya Chandra with us right now. So,
Thank you. We should get started. Okay. I hope not to eat into your lunch. So what we do is we get started straight away, and being the chair of the session, I have the advantage of not giving a presentation. But I'd like to say a few words before I invite the other panelists to make their presentations. At the outset, let me thank Jivesh profusely for inviting me here, because you already had a tremendous potential in terms of use of IT applications. But I see